Okay, y'all, we are on our way back to the house, but I want to talk to y'all about something. Money, budgets, emergency funds, rainy day funds, saving your coins. That's what I want to talk to you about. And the reason why is because of this. This past month, not even 2 months, 1 month, my money has been having to step up and be there for me, period. And I feel like if I were not in a good financial position, if I had not exercised discipline throughout the years with my moolah, this could have turned out to be a very stressful time. And it would have been a little bit stressful because anytime you have a large bill come in, or a bill period that's not planned, it could stress you. Like, wait a minute, how am I going to pay this? Do I have to rob Peter to pay Paul? Prolong this, put this on credit? What do I have to do to make these ends meet? Or you would have to just let some things slide. This is how those of us who own homes, things fall into disrepair because we just ain't got it. We ain't got it. So in this video, I want to talk to you in more detail about the financial things that have happened out of the ordinary, out of the norm. So this is outside of my normal budget. Y'all know, most of you know, I do a budget every single month, a financial spending plan, and I pretty much know what's going in, what's coming in, and what has to go out, right? But in this video, we're going to talk about some outliers that have taken place. And we're going to try to start with like the smallest thing to the large. Okay, we back. The memory card died on the road, so now we're home. Got a new fresh card, and let's continue. Okay, I was saying Factor. It's a meal prep kit, and I actually got 4 free meals to try out. But y'all know how it goes. I forgot to cancel. I didn't cancel in time. The day that I was gonna cancel, I procrastinated, and I went in the next day to cancel, and it was too late. They already charged me. So I got another 4 meals for the price of $71. These are TV dinners. These are glorified TV dinners, y'all. $71 for 4 meals. That is about $18 per meal. What? But I had to bite that bullet, add it to my budget, and just rock with it. I'm like, okay, my mistake. And the way I'm kind of justifying it to make it feel a little better is the 4 free meals I got plus these 4 meals. So it actually made those 8 meals about $9 a meal. Still expensive, but. The next thing, I had to pay for my car registration. Something that you do either every year or every 2 years or every 3 years, right? I paid for 1 year because just that hefty price makes me kind of like, to pay for more than 1 year, right? But here's the thing, guys. 1 year came to $164. Why? Because for the first time ever, they actually introduced a highway tax fee. Is that what it's called? No, it's called a highway use fee. What in the world, guys? Only because this is what it said. It said because you have an electric vehicle, you're not buying gas, but you're still using roads. So the thing about it is when you pay gas and you have taxes on the gas, some way, somehow that gas tax covers or helps to cover the roads in the area, something to that effect. But because I have an electric vehicle, they decided that nope, we are going to charge you $109. So when you think about that, my registration was $164, but $109 of that was for this highway use fee because I have an electric vehicle. $164. The way I justify that to make it a little better in my mind, because remember, everything is all about, when we think about vibration and when we think about what we're manifesting and things like that, we're not manifesting frustration. But the thing that made me feel better was thinking, okay, this would be the equivalent of if I put gas in my car to the tune of $9 a month. $9 a month equals this fee. So that's what it is. But it was unexpected. The next thing that popped up that I had to pay, car property taxes. In Virginia, you have to pay personal property taxes on your vehicles, and so my vehicles that I paid for is 2 vehicles, and it came up to $390. Then I had some hot tub issues. Some of you know about it because some of you have seen the little short clip that we did where Jay went in to check to see if I've been treating the hot tub, and when he opened it up, the hot tub was practically empty of water. It actually drained all the water. So therefore I had to get the repair people out to figure out what was going on. The repair people coming out by itself was $195 fee, but then when we discovered what was wrong, it was one of the pumps needed to be replaced, and that pump was about $310. But then there was also a second pump that he said didn't have to be replaced because the second pump only controlled 2 of the seats in the hot tub, and it wasn't necessary. You can unplug it and keep it moving. But I decided I didn't want to have a hot tub where some of it worked, some of it didn't work. Like, let's just keep things up and running. Let's pretend like, you know, we can afford what we have and make that happen. And so that hot tub, getting everything fixed, was $775. And that included the fee for them to come out, and then the parts and the labor. So $775 is what we paid. And once again, I've had that hot tub for about 10 years. So I don't believe, and I wanted to do a separate video on this, I don't believe in warranties. So I don't feel like if I've had a warranty for 10 years, then that would have allayed the cost of repairing the hot tub for $775. Because let's look at this. $775 divided by 10 years equals $77 a year. $77 a year. So $77 divided by 12 equals $6 a month. So what insurance, what warranty insurance could I have gotten that would have cost me about $6, even $10 a month? It wouldn't have. It would have cost more than that. And so that would have been a waste of money had I had a warranty on that hot tub, an extended warranty actually. So no, I'd rather have paid the $775 because this, once again, is what we have our emergency funds for, what we have our savings for, right? For when things pop up like this, we can actually be our own insurance, and we can actually insure ourselves and be our own warranties and just handle the problem. The next thing on the list, I did an unplanned trip to South Carolina, and I talked about this in the budget video, but basically that unplanned trip covered hotel, rental car, food, gas, whatever it was. And more people, we actually went in. So this is just what I paid, but other people paid other things. So that trip actually cost way more money than that. But like I said, it was last minute. It was unplanned. We rented the car the morning that we went on this trip, but that cost me $644. That was not planned. Okay. Next, my Tesla issues. The reason why I'm home right now, because Tesla is on their way over to my home to fix these issues. Where's my cell phone? In case they're calling me. But yeah, so they're on their way to my house between the hours of noon and 5 p.m. to fix these issues. The door handle, the driver's side door handle is not presenting. We need to get that fixed because right now I have to crawl in through the passenger side to get into my car, or get in the passenger side, reach way over because a Tesla Model S is very wide, and I'll open up the door and then do the whole walk around things. Not really the most convenient thing to do. So we're going to get that fixed, and while we're at it, we're going to get the light fixed. The headlight on the passenger side of the car is out. There's other lights around it, so I've been getting away with it, but now that I'm like, they're coming out, let's just get it all fixed. And I called other body shops, mechanic shops around the area to see if anybody else can do my headlight for cheaper. Guess what? They don't do Tesla headlights. In order to do a Tesla headlight, you actually have to do it through the wheel well. So you have to remove the tire and all of that jazz, get in there, make sure you don't break the fuse and the connections and the dot that is delicate. Watched a YouTube video on it, and it would just seem too much. So to get this Tesla fixed, they actually sent me the estimate, and I believe the estimate was $728. So if I go into my Tesla app on my phone and I look at my services, and then I look at $719. I put 728 right here, okay? But it's 719 is what the estimate is. Let's hope, let's cross our fingers that it's actually less money. That would be so dope if whatever they think they need to replace isn't what needs to be replaced, and it's something that's actually cheaper that needs to be replaced, and we can save some coins there. That would be dope. But I wrote 728 on this paper, and that is for the issues. And once again, I'm playing, but again, this is why we save money. And how are we looking at this? You know how we're looking at this. I have a paid off car. I don't have a car payment. So I'd rather pay the $728 fee, or what is it? It's not a fee. Bill, to get this thing fixed than to have a car payment. Because honestly, all right, so my car is not under warranty anymore, and a lot of times people look at it like, this is why you need a new car. You need to just go ahead and buy something because things are breaking. But the bottom line is this: I'd rather have a one-time fee of this amount than an every month fee of that amount. Because the kind of car that I would get, that would be the price of it. The price of it could range anywhere from $600 a month to $1,000 a month for the kind of car that I would want. And that would range from $6,000 to $12,000 a year. So do I want to pay $6,000 to $12,000 a year on a car payment? Even if I bought the car outright, that's still the equivalent of me removing that amount of money from a savings account. Or would I rather just go ahead and pay the $700 charge to fix what's broke? I'm going to pay the $700. The next thing, now this isn't something that I have to get done, but it's something that I've always wanted to have done. So I finally put it on my list to get it done. Now mind you, I put this on my list and I actually contracted the contractor to do this work before all of these other things popped up. When I decided to do this, there was no such thing as going to South Carolina. There wasn't a such thing as my car door won't open. There wasn't a such thing. No, the hot tub was a thing at that time. But there wasn't a $164 car registration. None of that, right? But I already committed to this job being done, so I'm going to go with it because it's something I've always wanted to have done. And I've been living in this house for 12 years. And so I should have had it done. Because I don't know if you guys know, like when you get a new house or when you buy a house or you move in a house, you start off with a whole list of things that you're going to fix, improve, upgrade. And then slowly over the years, you kind of back away from that list. You stop getting things done. You stop getting things upgraded. You start getting, you start executing your ideas. And so I was like, I'm going to start revisiting those things and getting things done. So one of the things that I want to have done is add recessed lighting to my bedroom. I want it in my bedroom and I want it in the loft upstairs because I love light. And right now in my bedroom, the only way to have light, because it's not a well-lit place with natural light, so the only way to have light is by getting floor lamps. Ain't that many floor lamps in the world, y'all. Trust me, I bought some. And the crazy part about the floor lamps now, they're more cute than functional. The light payoff wasn't what I wanted. I needed something with a huge light payoff. And I had to bring everything back because the lights were just like ambiance lighting, if you ask me. So I had a contractor come out, look at what I wanted, and then quote me for the work. And it was going to cost me $2,100 to add the lights to those two rooms. $2,100, because the electricity isn't there, like through the ceiling, like the infrastructure is not there. So he has to add the infrastructure, cut the ceilings, add the recessed lights, all of that, run the wires, blue, 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 blue. And it's $2,100. When I had this done downstairs, I did have this done downstairs before, it was $900, and this was like a good 5 to 7 years ago. So I figured $2,100 is like about, $1,500 per level. So that's not too bad. That's not that much of an increase with inflation. So I went ahead and put that on the list to be done. So that's another $2,100 out of my money. Then taxes, y'all. I owe taxes. I've been owing taxes for the past 2 years. Honestly, ever since Trump got into office, some things changed for us, and I'm one of those people because I'm middle class, and I feel like the middle class is what really took the hit, because some of the things that we were able to write off before, especially with personal property taxes on our homes, we're only able to write off a certain amount. I believe the cap is at $10,000 now, whereas before it was infinite. It was whatever you paid in, you got to write it off. Now we can only write off up to $10K, and therefore that leaves me owing taxes. Normally, like last year I owed like $4,000 in taxes. This year I'm probably gonna owe about the same, so there's gonna be some penalties to be paid. So this year I did an extension on my taxes, and because I know there's going to be penalties to be paid, penalties are always going to be on the interest. The interest is always going to be on what you owe, and then every single month interest is going to accrue. So what I did is I prepaid some of my taxes to allay the interest that would be accruing and building up by the time I actually do my taxes. So I sent the IRS $3,000 just to offset it some. Why didn't I send the whole thing? Because I just wasn't feeling it in my spirit. And y'all see all this other stuff that I'm doing. Yeah, I don't have to get recess lights, but I'm getting them. So another $3,000 went to paying a tax bill, and I'm going to owe more. I imagine I'm gonna maybe owe another $5,000 unless we are blessed and I some way somehow won't have to owe that. Let's hope that that's the case. But I already sent them $3,000. The next thing, y'all, we have this whole rental house in Maryland, or this investment property in Maryland. I don't know what we call it these days. My goal is to sell it, but no, it is not done yet, okay? This month, this good old month of April, I looked into my rental bank account, and I saw that I was $700 short of what was needed for the mortgage. So I added another $700 to it. Now, I need to get in touch with the insurance to see where we stand as far as what they owe me, because they've been paying the rent on that property to me, but they pay it in chunks. And even though this thing happened in September, they did not pay for the month of September, because by insurance terms, they felt like even if a tenant moved out in September, it wouldn't have had been ready to be rented the very next day, right? As a landlord, you was going to have to do some things to get the house ready for rent again. So there was a period that the insurance doesn't cover, because they feel like that would have been the natural, I don't know what to call the word. It would have been the natural order of, even if the house hadn't been made unrentable, right? You was going to have to take some time off of the rental, out of the rental market, to get the house back up again. So that is what they didn't pay me in rent. So now I need to call them to kind of see, okay, where are we? Like, what do they owe me? Because May's going to be coming up and rent's going to be due again. And so I'm pretty sure that they should be sending me another check. But I just got to match up the books and match up the numbers and have the conversation to find out what it is. But in the meantime, I had to pay $700 out of my pocket to make the mortgage for that property. Then, you know, there's some things, while the insurance is covering a lot of the stuff in that house, there's some things that it's just not covering. And so I've been buying some things to include labor to install things. I bought some lights for the house, some outlet covers, just some little odds and ends, and it adds up. It really adds up. So far I spent about $1,200 on things for that house, and me getting my end of the bargain, and my, you know, the things I want to have done before I put the house on the market. Even though I must say, a lot of contractors have said, just leave it as is, because of the way the market is right now. This house will sell, even if it's a house that was built in the 90s. 1999 is when that house was built. And so anybody coming through to buy it is not looking to buy like a perfectly new home. But at the same time, I just feel like because the insurance is fixing up so many things, and there's going to be so many new things in that house, I just don't want glaring eyesores. I don't want to do it that disservice. And because before this happened, I had planned on investing some money into the house anyway before all of this happened, it's like, okay, I still have some money to invest into the house to make it as beautiful as I can comfortably afford. And so far we're at $1,200. Now there is one big project that the insurance is not covering that I really do want to do. I haven't found exactly what I'm going to do about it just yet. I think I'm just going to go with who's already in there working it. But that's the shower. I want the master bathroom shower redone. And so far that's going to be about $5,100. But what I'm hoping is that the insurance, the company that's doing it through the insurance, like where we save money in some areas, I'm hoping that it can just go ahead and help me cover the cost of the shower install. That's what I'm hoping. But they haven't given me their word on that just yet. And so I just really need to see where we stand with everything. And again, that's $5,100. So when we look at everything that I just told you in the last month, all of these expenses, all of these fees, all of these things that popped up out of nowhere, where am I? That is $14,872 worth of unplanned expenses. Guys, this is why we save our money. This is why we save our money. Oh, wait, you thought we were done? Hold on. We're not done. I was opening my mail today, and I just got this in the mail. And what this is a thing for my HOA. Oh, they provided pictures. Y'all. So this is from my HOA, and it's basically saying, yo, home skillet, these are the things around your house that you need to fix, and this is unacceptable. This ain't even on the list. This ain't even on the list because we ain't know. But they have 3 things that I need to have complete before May 22nd. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I knew I needed to do this because it is kind of trifling. I need to repair or replace the damaged lattice under the front porch. That is so true. It is true because it's like an animal lives under there, and this animal is growing up. This animal is getting bigger and bigger and busting out bigger and bigger holes. It seems like every time I replace and repair this thing, this animal just busts through it again. And y'all got any suggestions? How do you keep an animal who lives in your house? I don't even know. I never seen this animal. Jay seen a rabbit one day, and he swears it's the rabbit that's doing it. This big aggressive rabbit. But yeah. Ooh. So that's 1. 2, they say I need to scrape and paint the horizontal trim on the front porch and replace rotten wood as needed. What the heck? I have Trex decking on my front porch. So what are they talking about? I don't know. I have to go look and further inspect. And then it says I need to scrape and paint the brick foundation with existing color. The brick foundation looks fine to me. According to those pictures. But yes, y'all. Oh my goodness. So those are 3 more things we need to add to this mother freaking list. More than the money, honestly, it's more of where do I find somebody who could do these jobs. That's the real question. It's not even the money. It's the the labor. I don't have a really good handyman. I had one before, but I don't know. I think he might have went back to jail.